Everybody, welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, getting my life replays for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks here from the NBA, 10-game card from the NBA. Also, college basketball here on the slate. Massive card, over 150 games at last check. Also, we'll have that's what we've got today, right? Also, we've got fights. We got Sandro in the room today, so maybe we get some picks here from the UFC card and more here on the channel, guys. What we ask you to do here is give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps to build up our audience when you do that. And set notifications with 5 live shows. You don't want to miss any of our shows here on the channel because we always like to interact here with the folks in the chat. Let's say hello to the cappers and get right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Alnitos, what's happening?
Yeah, coming off a rough one. Thought I found a good play in the NBA and got completely crushed. So, again, just looking for a big bounce back here on Saturday, heading into NFL Sunday.
There we go. All right, we'll look for the bounce back. And now, Sandro, what's going on?
Nothing much. Just a 1-0 day. The Bucks got it done for us there versus the Pacers. That was a nice one. Some of the free picks have been a little ugly. Don't get me wrong. Knicks gave out there. Gross. Big line movement, though, in that one. But I'm ready to move on to today, guys. We got a nice slate ahead of us. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're going to slate today here. College basketball getting really nice here as we approach March here. Yeah, 1-1 for me, but the best bet hit again here as got it done with Murray State. So we'll look to continue that run here with the best bets. All right, let's continue. We'll get on here with the show here as we're ready to roll. Say hello, folks in the chat. You guys are always welcome to give us your picks here in the chat. And we'll appreciate everyone's PCW Critter. Kel Dog is always great seeing you here. Ron Hahn in there on the recovery there as well. Spurs or Dallas, who you got? Don't worry, we're getting to it right now. And Angelo, you just signed in at the right time here, so we'll get to those games for you right here. NBA, so let's do it here. We'll do a block of 4 and finish with 2. ABC has games all over the air and ESPN. We'll start with Wizards Nets here. Nets going to lay 6. Wow, 6 here, total 220. Rockets and Thunder televised game here. Thunder laying 3.5, total 214.5. Mavericks and Spurs. It's the Spurs here at 9.5. Wow, that opened 11, down to 9.5. There are 10 in some spots, total 230. And the block with Jazz and Magic. Magic down from 9.5 down to 7 here, total 238. There, we'll take a look at the injury reports in these games here. We got Hart for Washington. No Hardy, no Johnson, no Russell, no Trae Young. And Coulibaly, George, and Sarr are all questionable. Brooklyn coming in with a clean injury report. Who knew that would happen? All right, for the Rockets, Tate and Van Fleet are out. For the Thunder, no SGA, no Mitchell, no Topic. The good Jalen Williams also out there for OKC. So SGA will be out for a while here. Dallas and San Antonio, Irving out, Middleton doubtful. Bagley, Johnson, Jones, and Williams are all probable. For the Spurs, no Waters. So Khan, Cornette, and Fox are all questionable. Utah, Orlando, no Harkless. Love and George are questionable. On the Orlando side, it's Castleton. Well, we're stateside, so there's no Franz Wagner right there for Orlando. So we'll get started here with Alnitos.
Yeah, I guess that line dropped with that De'Aaron Fox being questionable. Or actually, maybe that was before this line even came out. But I guess people are trying to get ahead of that injury, I'm guessing. But either way, I don't like laying double digits here. If you like the Spurs, take them to win both halves. But I'll take a lean to the Mavericks here to keep it within single digits. And on the other side, and the other one I was looking at here was the Jazz. Again, team that hasn't been winning many games. But again, I don't like laying too many points with the Magic. They just kept their last loss in Atlanta close here. The Jazz did. And actually been keeping their last few games competitive. So, again, just don't want to lay more than 2 possessions here with the Magic. So I'll take the points with the Jazz.
There we go with Alnitos. Move on over to Alessandro.
Man, this card's a little ugly. They're asking you to lay it with the Brooklyn Nets. To me, that's a little sketch. I don't know. You got all these injuries here on the Washington side, though. I mean, George, Kayshawn George, Coulibaly, and Sarr all questionable. I would want them in the starting lineup for me if I wanted to back Washington plus the points. That simple reason alone has me on the Nets looking that way. I kind of like the Houston Rockets here. I did like it at 3.5. I see 2.5 now. Just looking to fade OKC, just bottom line. Shea Gilgeous may not play.
He's out.
AJ Mitchell, another big piece. Of course, the good Jalen Williams, as we like to call him, out as well. Yeah, I could get on the Rockets there. And then leaning towards the points as well with the Mavericks, especially all these new acquisitions looking like they might play. I know it's not a lot of continuity on the court, don't get me wrong, but just as far as throwing bodies out there that can hang with the Spurs, I'll take the plus 9.5 there. And the one I am flipping back and forth on, this Jazz Magic game. I like Anthony Black. He's stepped up here for the Magic. Desmond Bane doing some good things. We'll see how the new acquisition here, Jaren Jackson, looks for the Jazz. I don't know. That's a prop game for me. I'm not going to touch a side in that one. I like Anthony Black prop of 20-plus points. And screw it, I'll go to the new guy. I'll go to Jaren Jackson, have himself a good night to try to get him going.
There you go here from Alessandro. Tell you what I think about these games. Nets, Wizards, well, with these rebuilding teams, I just look over here. I don't think there's going to be any defense played, especially now when you start using back of the end guys in the rotation. These guys don't start. They don't see minutes because they don't play defense. So I'm just going to go over in Washington and Brooklyn there. Brooklyn here in really bad, both teams in bad defensive form coming in. Rockets and Thunder. Boy, this is a tough one here. The way the Rockets have been shooting the basketball, it's just for me hard to back the Rockets right now. I look at OKC at a short price. At least OKC, you're going to get defense from them. But this Rockets team over the past 2 weeks shooting just 43%. They failed to cover 6 of 7. It's the shooting here for Houston. That's the problem. Mavs and Spurs, it's just a big number. I can only look at Dallas in this spot. They're looking here at the Spurs. They have missed the cover in 5 and 9 with poor three-point shooting. Three-point shooting has been the issue here for the Spurs team, even the corner threes. The Mavs over the past 2 weeks shooting 46% overall, and the Spurs over the past 2 weeks 32% from three. I look at the Mavs in that spot. Yeah, I'm not an Orlando guy. I mean, the one thing with the Jazz, they can shoot, but they can't defend. You get into one of those high-scoring games, maybe you can come within the number. So I would lean here Utah in that spot. Magic giving up 50% shooting over the past 2 weeks and shooting themselves 45%. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. Continue on with the next block of 4. These red-hot Hornets at Atlanta laying a short number here, 1.5. And there's a 2 out there, total 231 1.5. Nuggets and Bulls. What are the Bulls doing? That's the big question mark after the trade deadline. Nuggets 5.5 and 6 now, total 233. Warriors and Lakers, your ABC game here. We got the Lakers 2.5, total 222.5. Sixers and Suns. Here we've got the Suns laying 1.5, total 223.5. We'll look at the injury reports here from this block of games. All right, we move on over to Charlotte and Atlanta. Looks like it'll be Kobe White, Braham are out. Saloon here is questionable there for Charlotte. For Atlanta, no Kuminga, Vincent Okongwu, and Peeled here are all questionable. Denver and Chicago, we've got Bates, Gordon, Jones, Watson out. Jokic is questionable. Maybe coming off that big overtime game. You got to see how that knee's responding. Cam Johnson, I believe, is also questionable. Braun here is probable. On the Chicago side, there's no Collins, no Giddey, no Trey Jones. Smith there is questionable. Warriors and Lakers. Cryer out. Porzingis out. Seth and Steph Curry out for Golden State. No Steph Curry there today. For the Lakers, no Luka, no Tiro. Kennard here is questionable coming in here. And Sixers and Suns, we have no George. Embiid is questionable. On the Phoenix side, Grayson Allen's out. Livers is out. Green is questionable. We see an upgrade to Booker now, move to questionable there. So we start with Downinos.
Yeah, going to start with this total in this Sixers-Suns game. You got two teams that play at a slower pace. Now the Sixers are 26 and 25 to the over, but close enough to 500 for me. And again, with both teams playing slow and the Suns coming in at 31 and 21 to the under. Booker not being 100% if he does play. I'll take this game to stay under the total here. You also got Embiid coming in questionable. So I think we stay under the total in that one. And Cavs, Kings, yeah, the only way I can really look at this one is for the Cavs to win both halves. I'm seeing minus 110 for that. Don't mind laying that. As far as the spread's concerned, if you really had to bet it, I'd say probably don't. But again, I'm not laying double digits, so yeah, that's that.
Here we go, Downinos. On over to Alessandro.
Just seems too easy, right, to go to the Hornets at this point. It's been, 8 straight?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to have to just do it, go to the Hornets and trust it, especially I see Noah Okonkwo possibly and a bunch of new faces. Buddy Hield's on this team. Kuminga's now. Vincent. All these guys are questionable. I don't know if they're going to play. I would like those extra bodies in if I wanted to back the Hawks. I guess we keep it rolling one more time with the Hornets here. It's getting a little sketch, if I'm not going to lie. But -1.5 is doable, so I'll take the Hornets there. I like the Nuggets here as well. Just a little bit of sketchiness with the recent history, right? Bulls have dominated this series a little bit, but I think they get it done. A lot of pieces gone off of this Bulls squad. I'm not looking to back them consistently. Warriors and Lakers. Lakers better get it done at this point. No Curry out there. Neither Curry, really. So, yeah, Lakers should be able to get this one done. I would have liked Luka in there. Of course, Luka and Austin Reeves and LeBron can't get on the court at the same time. But I still lean the Lakers here to get this done. They are playing some pretty good basketball as of late. And then the one stomach is turning a little bit here. Leaning Suns. I would have wanted Grayson Allen to wind up playing Devin Booker as well. He's questionable. Looks like we're going to have to lean here on Jordan Goodwin and Jamari Bouye off the bench to really come and do something here off the Suns. I think actually they might be just as deep as Philly. Philly doesn't use all these guys off the bench. Janai Broome, the kid from Auburn, Charles Bassey, these guys are way, way down on the bench that if they were taking more advantage of and playing them, I would lean the Sixers here. But what is this, the 7th game on the road here for the Sixers as well? Been on an 8-game road trip out on the West Coast. I just think enough's enough. We saw them fall apart versus the Lakers late in that game. I think, the Suns get it done here.
Yeah, from Alessandro there. Here, tell you here. The issue with Jokic is not his knee; it's a twist, an ankle turn. So that's why he's listed as questionable. Remember, they played that long game, that double overtime game, and he was playing. So, dude's tough, man. Dude is tough. All right, tell you what, I'll look here. Yeah, I might be taking it here too. I'll take the Hawks, the Hornets. It's a short number, but they're just, as long as you got Knipple, you got Ball, you got Miller, all healthy. I'm going to take them. Especially at this short number. They're just too much of a sharp shooting team. I think I saw their offensive rating when all three are together in the court. They're averaging about 135 points per 100 possessions. It's just too dominant right now for them. Who knows what this Bulls team's doing? Although my concern here is that Jokic may not play if it's an ankle. That's, for me, is a concern. That's why I'll look. Well, the Bulls can make their threes. That's the thing with the Bulls. They are a pretty good three-point shooting team, whoever they have out there. They've had some issues covering spreads, but the Nuggets, they have lost 3 straight with poor shooting. I'll look at the Bulls in that spot. Warriors, Lakers, to me, I'm going to look at the Lakers. No Steph on the court. You got to wonder what's going through Draymond's head right now. He was in and out, right? He thought he was getting moved, but it didn't happen. So I'll look at the Lakers. You got Reeves, you got LeBron in there as well. And we'll see if Kennard gets off the bench. I think if you're Kennard, you're motivated here to play, right? It's a big up. You're on the Lakers now. So, he played for the Clippers for 3 years, or 4 years, I think. If you haven't forgotten, he did play for the Clippers. So he's back in LA there. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from that Sixers-Suns game. I'm not very confident with it. As Alessandro said, Philly's been on the road for a long time, and they didn't. They traded McLean. This was one of the good players. I don't know why you never have enough depth. All right, you never have enough depth. That's how I look at it. I don't know why they would trade this kid for. It didn't make sense to me. I know you got a lot of shooters, but sometimes these guys get cold. You just got to get. And McLean was a guy that played well last year until he hurt his knee last season. Maybe they saw something with his knee. If it's a health issue, you just never know. There. So it's funny that Maurice brings this up because I've been wanting to say this about marketing. As the day after the Clippers traded Harden, I was getting Facebook ads from the Clippers saying the starting tickets are $19 the rest of the season, as low as $19.99. Go to a Clipper game. So when they start tanking, they got to fill these seats, man. that's the thing. But there's no way in hell. Go see a Clipper game, you got to pay almost $200 to park. It's crazy, the parking in around the airport area. They should have stayed in Staples Center, man. I don't know why. There's empty seats up there because people are sick. Don't want to pay the airport parking. Now you know what it's like up there. It's crazy. Try to park. Out in LA.
Crazy everywhere, I think, for parking here. I mean, even now here, yeah, it's getting crazy.
Yeah, it's getting nuts. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he made a bad move to put the stadium where it is, because you're competing with these airport parking. So you're getting crushed with the parking out there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Close out NBA with these final two. Grizzlies and Trailblazers again, but the people may be different on the court. Portland 8.5, total 234. Cavaliers and Kings. Here in this one, we've got the Cavs 12.5, total 234. Sacramento, the back-to-back team here. Cleveland, the rested team. For the Grizzlies and Portland Trailblazers, it's Clark, Edey, and Morant out. We're going to see some upgrades here. We got Pippen questionable, Anderson questionable. Ty Jerome, Caldwell Pope, Aldama are all probable. Jerome is the key piece here, right? He's the guy that can score points. Aldama can also contribute. So some upgrades on the Grizzlies side tonight. For the Trailblazers, no Thibault, Murray doubtful, Sharp and Avia. Two contributors are questionable there. Cavs and Kings. Strus and Mobley out. Wade and Harden questionable there for Cavaliers. Hey, it's a bad defensive team, so I was sure Harden want to get in there, get some stats. He needs a contract. He's going to need a contract next year. So it's time to start padding some stats. That's another thing when you traded Harden. It's a contract year. He's going to want to get points. Murray is out for the Kings. Sabonis, Hunter there are questionable. We go to Alninos.
Yeah, sorry, I guess I jumped the gun on these these games. Sticking to my story here with the Cavs to win both halves. Just think that's the best bet here.
Best bet there from Alninos on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I mean, I said last night on the Look Ahead show, I want Harden in there, and I'm running to the window on the Cavs here. I think it's going to be a nice, happy little kumbaya in the beginning. Then somebody's going to start complaining because that ball's not heading their way a little bit too much. I don't know if there's enough basketballs here for Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, but I do think in the beginning they make it work. These guys can combine for 60 points here, 30 and 30, both of them, when gelling right and playing right and getting the continuity up. That's why I lean Cavs, too much talent. Again, Harden has to play, though, for me to want to look at laying this number. And then the other one I really have no interest in. I'm sorry. The Blazers beat down the Grizzlies the other night, and these two teams, I mean, do you really care about Memphis and Portland? Just let that one go, guys.
There with Alessandro here. Tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to go over in Portland and Memphis. There's no defense here. This is a street ball. Memphis has gone over since the trade deadline. Like we saw them when they were playing their hustle, all scoring, no defense. That's what you get from Memphis, and then you're going to get it again here, right? Especially with the shooters coming back here. So I look for over here. You look at both of these teams' form. The Grizzlies have gone over in 4 straight. Bad defense, good shooting. Blazers have gone over in 3 straight. Good shooting, bad defense. Hey, they're a perfect match for an over here. I look for them over in that one. Cavs and Kings, give me the over. There's no defense from Sacramento. I think this is a game where you can see some scoring and kumbaya game where they're going to make no defense here. Harden will be able to get his points. Mitchell and company here. I'll look at the over in this one. And again, remember, it is a contract year for Harden. So there's going to be some contract pressure from him to deliver so he can get a contract next year or to his liking, a contract too. They're going to be 38 years old, right? He's 37 now. So getting up there in age, probably looking for a 2-year contract there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show there as we'll turn our attention over to college hoops. Big card Saturday. We still have a few more of these here. And as we talked about yesterday, there are going to be a lot of them when we get to conference tournament action. So it'd be pretty exciting here as we are into February, a quick month here. But here in college hoops, we do it here in 2 blocks to start it off. And in block number 1, we're going to cover the games at noon Eastern and include the games at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. So the games from 2 Eastern will be in the second block. Some notables here. We got Wisconsin, Indiana laying 3.5 in that one. Louisville, Wake Forest. Louisville, a 10-point road favorite. Villanova, Georgetown. Look at this one's come down to 2.5. But Pinnacle still holding 3.5 there. Villanova favorite there. Syracuse, Virginia laying 13. My goodness there. That one is up high there. Virginia Tech, NC State, 9.5-point favorites there. What else do we have that's notable? Those are about the notable matchups. So we go from noon Eastern, include the 1:30 Eastern, and we start here with Danitos.
Good. Just checking one quick thing real quick. All right, let's get it started. I was a small lean to Syracuse, going under there in that matchup. You got two teams playing at a slower pace. Virginia's coming at 13-9 to the under, so small lean there to that under. I like Arkansas now. See, this number is moving up a little bit. It looks like, but I like Arkansas to win this one by 2 possessions. So I'll lay it with Arkansas there. I like Villanova over Georgetown. Team that's been shooting the ball real well here, traveled well as well, going 5-2 on the road. Just won this meeting 66-51 at home, so I don't think that traveling is going to bother them too much in this matchup. I like Temple over East Carolina. Lay the small number with them there. I'll go with Missouri there over South Carolina. Again, not the best road record here, 2-4 on the road, but think they get the job done in this one. And I'll go New Haven over Chicago State. Chicago State coming at 3-20 on the season, so just 1-15 on the road. I gotta fade that, so I think I'll take New Haven to win that one by 2 possessions plus. One I kind of circled, but not really rushing to bet is Central Connecticut stay here over Wagner. Just that home court advantage, 6-3 at home. Wagner's 2-9 on the road, so I'll lay it there. And last but not least, I'll go with Middle Tennessee over Delaware. Another small lean there.
Yeah, Chicago State, a brutal program. I don't think they have more than double-digit wins the last 4 seasons combined. It's tough to find there. Over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I'll double endorse that Central Connecticut. I like them as well. They did handle business there about a week ago, the January 29th, there versus Wagner. They won 62-55. That was on the road. Now they're at home. One of the better teams in this conference. Yes, I'll lay the 5.5 versus Wagner there. Give me Central Connecticut. I like Wisconsin plus I'm seeing 5 now. This was at 4 last night. I just like this guard, John Blackwell. I just think this DeVries era is not going to get off to the greatest of starts here. Wisconsin's playing good too. Winners of 2 straight, 8-2 in their last 10. I like Wisconsin a lot here. Give me the Badgers plus the 5. Scroll down a little bit. I don't know. To me, this one's crazy. I like Oregon plus 20. I know it's crazy. Oregon's terrible, 1-10 in the Big Ten this year, and just missing their main guys. But I think this cat Lynn here, this cat is 20 points he scored there versus Rutgers. The talent's there. They got to give him the looks. And then really this kid, Kwame Evans, he's leading the team in rebounds, points, and assists, a 6'8" forward for Oregon. There's enough pieces. For them to come in here and at least hang in 20 points. Purdue's a tough place to play, don't get me wrong. But you look at who Purdue has next, a big look-ahead spot. They got Nebraska up next on deck here on Tuesday. I could argue they're not interested in absolutely blowing out the Oregon Ducks here, so I'll take the plus 20 in that one. We're going to, 10 on the West Coast? Or
we're going to go over to include the, what did we say here? We're going to include the 10 on the West Coast. Yeah.
11 West Coast. Or
11
no,
West Coast.
no,
I'm
no
sorry.
11 West Coast.
Okay. Then, I'm done. Then. That's
no 11
basically what I
West
got.
Coast. All right, there you go from Alessandro. One I like in this early slot is I'll take Georgetown plus the points. Looking here at the Georgetown team, a team that hits threes, good at the free throw line to defend the 3 and the 2-point shot well. This is a Villanova team that does turn the ball over, weak on the glass, and giving 52% from 2-point distance. Georgetown has won and covered 4 straight with good shooting and defense. I think Cooley's got the team playing well right now. And over the last month, they're making 39% from 3, and holding teams is just over 41% shooting. So I'll look at Georgetown in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Block number 2 will include the games at 2 Eastern. So the games at 2 Eastern and include the games at 3:30 Eastern time. So 2 Eastern include the 3:30 Eastern games. The games at 4 Eastern and later we do on the next block. And in this block of games, let's see what some of the notable games are. Kansas State, TCU 9.5 at home. Miami and BC. Miami an 8-point favorite on the road. Baylor, Iowa State. Iowa State laying 15 in that game. Butler Marquette. Marquette 2.5 in that one. We're still waiting for Marquette to wake up. We'll see if that happens. Ole Miss in Texas. Texas 9.5 at home in that one. Let's see what else we have here. To Utah and Kansas. Look at this. Kansas laid 19 at home against Utah. My goodness. What's going on? There's too many teams in these conferences. They should be more competitively lined games. This is what happens when you water down the conferences. You get this crap. I hate to say it, but that's what it looks to me here. Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. Look at this. Vanderbilt 12 in this game. Again, too many teams in these conferences creating these horrible line games. We'll start here in this block. We go in this block here from 2 Eastern and include in this one the 3:30 Eastern. 4 Eastern and later, next block, we start with El News.
All right, going to start with this total here in Ole Miss going up against Texas. Ole Miss coming in at 12-10 the over, and 14-0 the over after allowing 81 points or more. So big trend there. Texas 13-9 to the over and 8-0 the over after failing to cover. Both teams in those situations, and I think this one's definitely pointing to an over there. Next up, we're looking at North Dakota over Denver. Going to take that home court there, 8-5 at home against a team that's 5-9 on the road. And North Dakota also just won this matchup 93-86 just a couple weeks ago. Next up, I like Jacksonville here, seeing them at a pick'em right now on the road here against West Georgia. A little worrisome road record here, just 2-11 on the road, but again, chance to improve it here. So small lean there to Jacksonville. I like Cleveland State over IU Indy, another small road dog there, around the pick'em price too, just a slight dog there on the road. Small lean there to Columbia over Cornell. The cutoff was 4. So 4 is the next block, you said?
4 is the next block, yep.
Yeah, okay, so a couple of 3 o'clockers here I got is Kent State over Southern Miss. Getting right to that 2 possession limit that, I try to be careful with, but I think Kent State, another team that's been shooting the ball well from deep, can go in and get the job done there over Southern Miss. And last but not least in this block was looking at Texas State, another team laying close to 2 possessions there. Big home court advantage, though, 12-1 at home against a team that's 1-10 on the road there. Western Michigan just not traveling well, so I'll lay it with Texas State.
From El Nino, let's move on over to Alessandro.
I don't know. Whiskers thinking Texas is a little overrated. I'll lay it with them. I like the -9.5 here. Look at Ole Miss, 4 straight losses. Got blown out by Tennessee there by 18 points. Lost by 11 there to Kentucky. 12 to Auburn. They've been losing by double digits here 3 of the last 4 games. Yes, I can get on Texas minus the 9.5 there. I like Jacksonville as well with you, Ninos, there versus West Georgia. That's almost a pick 'em price. I'm just scrolling through. Yep, another one there. Cleveland State. No way will IU Indy get money from me. 2-8 in their last 10, 6-18 on the year. Cleveland State winners of 5 straight. So 2 teams clearly going in different directions. Got to go Cleveland State there at the pick 'em price. I actually kind of like Butler here plus 2.5. Been fading Marquette just about all year. Got no problem doing it here one more time. We know they can't shoot. And I like Kansas State plus the 9.5. I think that's a little too much here with TCU. The PJ Haggerty show here out of Kansas State. That's what I like a lot. That big-time guard there out of Kansas State. Enough to hang around plus 9.5. I think I like that. Okay, Cornell, Columbia, a little Ivy League action. Take this total over. 170 for a reason. This thing was 104.99 in the first meeting. A lean to Columbia. Before the meeting earlier this year, Columbia's seniors have never beaten Cornell. It was 9 straight losses, and they finally got the monkey off their back and beat them earlier this year. Now Columbia's back at home. I think they win. Again, this is almost a pick 'em, and I like the total to go way up and over. We know Cornell can shoot that 3. They're going to force Columbia to play up and down with them. I will talk about that Utah-Kansas game. Kansas has a big game up ahead after this one. Yeah, they play Arizona in Allen Fieldhouse there on Tuesday night. I don't know. I can expect Utah to stick around. It's ugly, I know, but that's just why I look when I see these disrespectful lines. I get it. Bottom of the barrel teams you're having to bet, but you're almost getting 20 points. So I look there. There was a couple more. No, there wasn't. That's about it, actually.
There with Alessandro, tell you what I think about these games. We'll hear from me. I'll go ahead and lay it with Liberty here. This team is number one in offensive efficiency in the Conference USA. Defensively, they forced turnovers and defended two ball very well. Missouri State not in very good defensive form here coming into this one, but Liberty over the past month, 53% shooting, 42% from three. I'll lay that big number here with Liberty. Yeah, I got to look at Cleveland State. It's one of the hottest teams in the nation right now, the way they're shooting the basketball right now. You look at their numbers here over their past five. They're shooting over 50% in 5 of those games. Great shooting here, winning and covering 5 straight here. And you look here at IU Indy. The defense is terrible over the past month, allowing 49% shooting, 42% from three. Cleveland State hitting 41% from three over that period of time and in really good defensive form. I know the number looks kind of fishy, but again, the bookmakers got to put lines at 155 games. You got all the NBA, you got all the Super Bowl props. And this is one where they basically said, well, let's just use the model for the entire season. Well, that's why you get lines like this, because if somebody was looking a little closer at these lines and say, wait a minute, Cleveland State's on a 5-game win streak. They've been shooting the ball very well. And you're giving me a number based on a full season of work. Well, this is where as handicappers, we can find those line discrepancies. And again, if this were a month from now when there's no Super Bowl, maybe in a couple of weeks when there's no Super Bowl, right? Or the All-Star break NBA, this line wouldn't be like this. We might have Cleveland State the favorite, to be honest with you. But don't worry about the line being fishy here. It's just it's too much work right now for these bookmakers having to book 155 games. This is a rising league that nobody's really only the sharps are talking about, right? We know it because we do it every day. We look at all the games. So, yeah, I'll look at Cleveland State there. And I'm not afraid. I'm not going to play, oh, that number looks fishy. They're baiting you. No, they're not baiting you. They're just looking at season-long numbers. That's all with their models. All right, let's continue here on the Twix Morning Show. Continuing on, block number 2. We're going to cover the games at 4 Eastern time and include the 5:30 Eastern time games. That's where we'll break it off here in this block there. So in this block, a lot of games here in this block. Let's see what we got. Of course, you get a lot of these small conferences in here. Okie State, Arizona laying 20 at home here. Wow, Notre Dame laying 2 at home against Florida State. DePaul, Providence laying 5 at home. Let's see, Miami laying 2.5 on the road against Marshall. Marshall, not a bad shooting team. Should be an interesting one to look here in the mid-major there. Miami and Marshall. Will that continue? Let's see what else we have here today. Grand Canyon and UNLV. The Grand Canyon now up to 4. We're seeing 4.5s pop up against UNLV. Wow. People are soured with that UNLV bad beat the other night. If you had a money line, you are not happy with that team whatsoever. And those are your marquee matchups in this block. We're doing 4 Eastern, include the 5:30 Eastern time. The 6 Eastern time we do in the last block. We start here with El Ninos.
All right, so just a few 4 o'clockers for me. Speaking of that Miami and speaking of fishy lines, this one could look a little trappy, but I'll lay it with Miami here to keep it rolling. Don't see any reason to step in front of them right now. So I'll lay it there. Next up, I was looking at Stony Brook to win this one by 2 possessions or more. Again, big home court advantage, 9-3 at home against a team that's 3-10 on the road in Northeastern. So I think they should be able to handle that little number there. I like Wofford, another small home favorite here over Western Carolina. Just think we're getting the better team here with another big home court advantage at a very reasonable price. 8-3 at home against a team that's 2-11 on the road. And wrapping this block up, this one may be a slightly tougher one, but still like Hofstra here, another small home favorite team that's been shooting the ball real well from deep. Just a better offense here, and again another big home court advantage where they're 6-2. Towson just 2-7 on the road, so I'll lay it with Hofstra there.
Yeah, with Anito's on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, not a lot on this slot. The only one I was looking at, Arizona and Oklahoma State, a big number I've been telling about talking about taking these teams with the plus 20. Oklahoma State just got their upset there against BYU. I could argue Arizona whoops up on them here. I know Arizona has a big game coming up. This is the one spot I would look to lay it. It was a 92-78 win last year. I think Arizona is a little bit better than last year. So, I don't know. I think they can cover that number. That's the one favorite I would look at. Miami, Ohio, Marshall, I think, yeah, you just got to keep it rolling with Miami, Ohio. Still think they're massive frauds, massive fraud. It hurts my stomach looking at them and being undefeated like this. That's all I got to say about that. And, yeah, UNLV hurt my stomach the other night as well. I go to bed. They're up 15 points. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to wake up to a winner. Love it. Woo. Whipped up on Fresno. Oh, wait. I wake up and they freaking blew the game. Bro, I was pissed the other night.
Oh, yeah.
I was on UNLV big the other night. I'm gonna fade him here. Grand Canyon, you guys heard me talk about them the other day when they were whooping up on Air Force. They're trying to send a message to this Mountain West. I think they can go out and finish the top of this whole entire conference here in their first year. Minus 3.5 is definitely doable. So, yeah, I'll lean Grand Canyon there. McNeese and Incarnate Ward. That's a real sneaky game. Gigantic spread at minus 16.5. I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to go to the total up and over here, 146.5. I see plenty of threes being shot, especially from the Incarnate Ward side. What are they? Top 25 in the country in three-point field goal percentages. Incarnate Ward. They have this kid, Skavaronsky. He's made me some money before. He's the type of guy that will go 7 for 10 from 3 and hit 21 points. That's the type of guy Skavaronsky on it. Incarnate Ward is. We'll take the over 146.5 in that game.
Yeah, from Alessandro. Yeah, I can also look at Grand Canyon. It's a good, nice-looking campus. If you've ever seen the pictures from Grand Canyon, they got a really nice-looking campus there. I'll lay it here. They should get a football team, but it takes some money. But the team's got some money over there. I'm going to look at the Grand Canyon. The Rebels are just in bad form. The defense has just been brutal here. You look at the Rebels. They've missed the cover in 4 straight. They've given up 51% shooting or greater in each of those games. The three-point defense is horrific there for this Vegas team. And you're looking at Grand Canyon, a team that's second in defensive efficiency in the Mountain West, giving up just 28% from 3, 45% from 2. This team locks you down. They make their 2-point shots. Antelopes have covered 4 of 6. It's all the defense here. Give me a team that has defensive prowess versus one that doesn't. I'm not a big John Pasternak fan anyway. I saw this team that was at Georgia Tech. They were just horrific, man. Just absolute horrific team.
Memphis teams too. You got booted out of there. Nope, no, thank you.
Nope, there's just nothing to do with Pasternak. I don't think he's a very good coach. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show. Close out college hoops with this last spot tonight here on the card for today. The games in this last block. We are going to cover the games at 9 Eastern time. The games at 9 Eastern. And covered all the way to the last one at midnight Eastern with UC San Diego and Hawaii. I'm sorry, 6 Eastern. That's right. I skipped 3 hours, didn't I? I skipped 3 hours. All right. In this block, we're going to cover the 6 Eastern time, the 6 Eastern time games, and go all the way to midnight Eastern with that San Diego Hawaii game. So we're going to go 6 Eastern, include the midnight there. Some of the matchups there include Georgia LSU. Georgia, 1-point road favorite. Seton Hall Creighton. Creighton laying 2 at home. Is Seton Hall the medicine for Creighton? We'll see there. What else do we have in this block here? We're going to get some nice primetime games. Here it is. It's Duke, North Carolina, the rivalry game here at 6:30 Eastern. Duke, 5.5 on the road. The total sits at 151.5, down from up in that one right now. What did that open here? That one opened at 150.5, so the total's been bet up a little bit. Duke, North Carolina, your big matchup here in that time slot. Let's see. We have another game, late night game tonight that's big. We also have Georgia Tech, Stanford laying 8 at home. Clemson in California. Clemson 4 on the road. Illinois, Michigan State's a nice one here. This one looks to be a pick-em now. Pick-em in Illinois and Michigan State. Tennessee, Kentucky. Kentucky, a 1.5-point favorite at home. Florida, Texas A&M. The Gators, 6.5 on the road in that one. And then what else we have here? We've got it's Houston and BYU, a nice one late night here. It is Houston now. Houston is favored here. Open a pick 'em. Houston getting the money, 1.5, total 149. San Francisco and St. Mary's. St. Mary's 12. your bailout game, UC San Diego, Hawaii. Hawaii laying 8 against UC San Diego, a team that is nowhere near what they were last year. We get it started here with Ninos.
All right, I'm going to start things off with Akron heading into Troy here. Again, a team that's shooting the ball real well and just playing the better basketball. Traveled well, 5-2 on the road. So I'll lay with Akron there. I like Ohio over Old Dominion, another small road favorite there. I like Clemson over Cal. Seeing 3.5. So I'll lay it there with Clemson. Just think they're the better team. We're going all the way through the card, right?
The entire card, yep.
So Kennesaw State over Jacksonville, small lean there. I like this Illinois-Michigan State game. Definitely looking at an under here. We got two teams that play at a slow pace, both of them coming in at 15-8 to the under. And so I like the under there, and I'll take a small, I don't know, it's a tough one to call the side on here. I wanted to lean in Illinois, but I like the play on the total better. Lay it with Seattle over Portland. Take Loyola Marymount there over San Diego. I'll go Portland State here on the road over Sacramento State. And Houston BYU. I got to go with Houston here. Just having a great season, 20-2 so far, and haven't traveled much, 3-1 on the road, but I think they should be able to handle BYU in this matchup. So I'll lay with Houston there, and that wraps it up for me.
Yeah, you got some real love there. Join you on that BYU fade. On over to Alessandro.
I'll get to that one in a second. Georgia, LSU. I like the line here. Georgia only -1.5 on the road versus LSU. I think Mike White's squad finally plays a little bit better on the road here. LSU's the team to do it against. Give me Georgia here -1.5. I like that one. Duke, North Carolina. I like Duke -5.5. I just simply think the deeper team. You shut down Caleb Wilson and Seth Trimble, and now you're searching around for guys to really kill you here from North Carolina. I think Duke gets that one done. What else? There's a lot. I like Clemson as well. I think Real Love was in the chat about Clemson as well on the road here against Cal. I just think Clemson's simply the better team, -2.5 on the road. All over Illinois. Absolutely all over it. Murkovic, the Ivasic brothers. Hopefully they don't let me down today. I just like the front court advantage. And then these two guards, Wagler here for Illinois is going to step up and go toe-to-toe with Jeremy Fears. Should be a great guard matchup there. I like Illinois, though. I think too many pieces around Wagler. Tennessee, Kentucky, no thank you. Screw Tennessee right now. Honestly, think the same thing about Florida here. I don't want to lay this on the road. A&M has shown me they can play a little bit. How they played against Bama last time out. I get it. Florida dominated Bama, but that was in our home court. This is different beast here on the road. Not in love with Florida's backcourt. I'm sorry. Still not a fan of this Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan. I lean A&M plus the 6.5. Of course, when you look at these two teams play, you think over 168 there as well. What else? Just prop. Screw touching the game. Tarleton State, Southern Utah. Give me Dior Johnson, 30-plus points. This kid's leading the country in scoring from Tarleton State. He has free reign to shoot 50 shots a night if he wants. Tarleton State's Dior Johnson over 30 points. They take on against Southern Utah tonight. There's a lot here. Houston and BYU. I'll be the guy to get on the other side of you guys. I like BYU. The reason is Houston's backcourt to me is not as good as what it was last year. Milos Uzan has taken steps back. The shooting percentage numbers. Emmanuel Sharp, I'm still waiting on that 20-plus performance out of him. Again, two senior guards there that haven't played like it. They've had to rely on this kid, Kingston Flemings, the highly touted freshman, to come in and step up. You shut that kid down. All of a sudden, BYU has the backcourt advantage. Obviously, DeBansa, the big-time guy there in the middle, but I don't know. I think they're due to get this one. I do lack the vision there. I do lack the vision for Real Love, just like your Eagles lack the vision there in the playoffs, right? So that's how I feel about that one. I think that's about it. That's just about the whole card. So, yeah, there you go. BYU to end the night.
There we go from Alessandro. I'll tell you what I think here about these games. I'm going to look Stephen F. Austin to get it done here against Lamar. This Austin team, all they do is cover. They covered 14 of 16 with really good defense. And look over the past month, giving up 41%, 29% from three. First in defensive efficiency in the South End Conference. Also third offensively in efficiency. They make their threes. You look at Lamar, a team that's a poor shooting team, 48% inside. On defense, they don't force turnovers and they don't defend the three-point ball very well. So I'll look at Stephen F. to get the cover. This is the medicine for Creighton getting in Seton Hall, a team that's last near the bottom of Big East in offensive efficiency. There as Seton Hall, a team that turns the ball over, hits 26% from three, 44% inside, 70% on line. Just terrible offensive numbers for Seton Hall. I think at home, the Blue Jays get it done. I know it's been a rough year, but I think this is a team that they can handle based just on their shooting alone from Creighton team. They are second in effective field goal shooting in the Big East at 34% from three, 58% from two, 75% on the line. They secure the basketball. I think that's enough to get that short number for Creighton in that one. I will go ahead and lay the number with Montana against Idaho. The Vandals are not very good shooting form right now coming in. And you look at this Grizzlies team here over the past month, 51% from the field, 37% from three. I know the football coach just quit. Bobby Hawk just quit the football, but he's not the college basketball coach. So I'll look at Montana in that spot. Yeah, I can only look at Kentucky at home to cover that number. The Wildcats have been hitting their threes pretty well and defending the three-point line. So I'll look at Kentucky. Tennessee, ninth in offensive efficiency in the SEC, a team that turns the ball over, poor at the free throw line. Give me Kentucky, and I'm not going to do Alessandro. I'll look at Houston. This BYU defense has been horrible of late. Give up 50% or tops here when you look at their losing streak. Have not defended the ball very, very well here. They failed to cover 7 straight, lost 4 of 5 with bad defense. I know that home court's pretty good. I mean, I can't argue that wide out's going to look pretty impressive on TV. But Arizona was clear on them. I think the officials made it closer there in that Arizona-Houston game. If you look at that game, it was kind of those 50-50 calls. I think Nick Bavetta might have been refereeing that game. Those of you guys back in the day that would watch Nick Bavetta, every time there was a blowout, he would always give the 50-50 calls to a team that was behind. He was kind of trying to ref close games. That's what it looked like to me with Bavetta back in the day. Anyway, I could look at Houston here. And you're going back to that Duke-North Carolina game. I agree with with Duke. This North Carolina defense is absolutely horrible. Syracuse made almost a 35-10 run in that second half to make it close in that game. They don't defend. I mean, that's the thing here. At least Duke defends. I mean, they last month they're giving up over just 40%. But when you look at North Carolina, a team like North Carolina over the past month giving up 42% from three. I mean, come on. You know, you usually have the height advantage. Usually when you're in North Carolina, you got the size advantage. How are you letting these guys shoot over you? I mean, to me, it's just horrible coaching when you defend like this. I mean, to me, that's bad. I can only look at Duke in that one. I mean, give me a team that at least defends. There. All right, let's continue here on the 20 Morning Show. Hockey will be back here in a couple of weeks. And, of course, also we've got the UFC fights. I know Alessandro, we could check out your live show, but anything you want to throw in here before we get to the parlay segment?
Yeah, I kind of want to throw a prop for that BYU-Houston game, too. I like Richie Saunders to score 20-plus points. 3-point dead-eye sniper He's been getting some rebounds, too. 10 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 8 rebounds his last 3 games. Richie Saunders, look out for him. He'll be the X factor in that BYU-Houston game. But as far as UFC, I do have a 5-pack on the site. I know a 5-pack. That's how crazy I went on this UFC card. Love this card, actually. I'll give you guys a dog or 2 here because there's a couple of them I like. 1 second, though. The first one, I pulled up the wrong one. Hold up. First one I like dog-wise was this cat, Wicklats. Early on, he's only plus 115, so it's not this crazy dog. But I just think a massive size advantage there versus Gafarov. So I like Wicklats there. Fade the Boschrots. That's all I'll say. One of them is going to win today. They're like minus 800. They got a late replacement. So that one I'm not stepping in front of. But the Jean Matsumoto and Farid Basharat fight, yeah, give me the plus 250 dog there with Jean Matsumoto. I just simply think he's more well-rounded. That's going to be a great fight there. And then I'll give you guys one more. The over 1.5 rounds, you can go. I did this. I did second round to start, okay? We just need to make it out the first round. Minus 121 here with Marc-Andre Barriault and Mikhail Olishashek. Olishashek, when he wins by first-round knockout. The problem is Barriault ain't going to go out like no B. So, yeah, I think Barriault at least gets us to the second round. Again, minus 121. If you want to get crazy, I think the thing can go all the way, go the distance. You're talking plus 350 for the final bell here. Way too much hype on Olishashek to get a first-round knockout. No way, no thank you. Vegas Al versus real odds on that. I think I'd be minus 600 real love. Let's just keep it real. The knockout prop minus 200. No, that's all I got for you guys, though, man. Main event I have, it is part of that 5-pack. So gave out a bunch of it, though. So a lot of it's freemiums there, but show some love. Get up on that 5-pack. Also have a college basketball best bet. So 6 total plays today out of me, which is a lot. I've been going 1 a day here for the last week and a half trying to stay disciplined, but too good of a weekend.
155. You got 155 games in college hoops. So that's right. That's about right there when you do the math. All right. We got you a little bit of fight coverage there to keep an eye on the main event on Paramount Plus and Fight Night tonight here. And we got some picks ready to roll here. Of course, I'm seeing fights going off. I don't know if we've got some other we've got some fights already. I already got some finals coming in here. I don't know what these are, super prelims or something.
Yeah, that's the PFL accidentally.
PFL, right?
I'll stay away from that.
Stay away from the PFL. That's right. That's like minor league baseball, right?
And you seriously, like, you got to take Nurmagomedov there in the main event. He's probably minus 1,000. Like, that's PFL for you. I'll let it go.
Let it go. Let the PFL, let them, that's a lot of mismatches there. It's like watching boxing when guys are moving up in the ranks, right?
Right.
They're padding up their record for the next level. All right, well, now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment where our cappers give out a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call there. We start with El Nino's.
All right, I'll go with the Mavs, the Jazz, and the Cavs to win both halves. If you can't do that, I'd throw in Lyon over Nantes there in the French soccer there on an 8-game win streak overall there, going up against a team that's not too good, laying just a little bit of juice on the road. So
there we go from El Nino's to move on over to Alessandro.
Excuse me. Ton here I could do in college basketball. Dog parlay, I could go Oregon plus 20. Wisconsin plus the now 3.5. That's early AM games if you want to do that one. I'm trying to give you a couple parlays here. BYU and BYU and Illinois, 2-teamer, like 2 pick 'em price games there you can go to. And then UFC, some of those I gave out. I'll go back to the fight that just has to have the second round start. I mean, come on. If that one doesn't hit for me, I'm going to be pissed. Minus 121 second round to start. Marc-Andre Barriault, Mikhail Olishashek.
There we go here from Alessandro said what I like here. I'm going to go with Stephen F. Austin with the Hornets and the over in the Grizzlies and Trailblazers. All right, we got you through that. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Head into a big weekend of action with a lot of hoops. Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow with the Patriots Seahawks. Let's get this Super Bowl over with. I'm ready for it. One game tomorrow, guys. So keep an eye there. Of course, link in the description will get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com where we have our best bets. Premium plays are up there with showcasing top leaderboards as well. And of course, we'll see what El Nino's has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. Putting up together a profitable year in 2026, nearly 500 units of profit. Al, what you got for sale?
Yeah, I've been very disciplined. Like Al just mentioned, just a couple plays, a single player, a couple plays every day. Fortunately, do like this NBA card quite a bit today. So I do have 4 plays in the NBA alone. Obviously, you got a bunch of college basketball picks. Might end up on 1 or 2 of those, but again, trying to control my volume as well. So could just stick to these plays. And again, a few more plays in the NBA I like as well. So always a good time to grab one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. Pair me up with your favorite capper and get all those team plays emailed right to you.
That's right, guys. Get both down us over at Tony's Picks. Super Bowl plays up for you right now. NBA, alley oops, and more up on the site. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guaranteed. So get aboard us over at Tony's Picks. Long-term subscriptions, 3-day passes, way to roll here with the weekend coverage, Super Bowl, and more from Al. Remember the promo code Tony T. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, let's take a look, see what's rolling over on the site. See what Alessandro has for sale for today over at Tony's Picks right now. So, Alessandro, what you got for sale?
Yeah, I got that 5-pack in the UFC, like I said, for this fight night. And then I have the best bet in college basketball. I haven't put any NBA in. All those picks that I said earlier on in the show, I still stand on it. I'm probably going to put at least one up, maybe. I don't know. I already have 6 plays in. Again, same thing as Nino's saying, trying to stay disciplined, keep the volume down a little bit. Make sure we get these winners in. Yes, 3-day, 7-day, especially with Super Bowl weekend here. Definitely the way to go, get better value there long term. And, just looking to make this weekend a winning one.
That's right. You see Alessandro here on leaderboards here on top 7 days. Been hot here. Best bet on the board from College Hoops. Also the fight night 5-pack up. So get on board with Alessandro. Prelims, best bet, over under total rounds and more. So get on board here with Alessandro on this fight night Saturday, and his best bet from college basketball. Remember, all of our member plays are in the system by 11 a.m. Eastern time. And we also have late steam on all long-term subscriptions. So we continue to handicap throughout the day and night. We see some late winners, and we put the play in between 10 minutes to 2 hours of our game time. Those are emailed right to your inbox using the email used at service. Late steam feature available on all long-term subscriptions, as well as props. We've got props automated in our system for NFL, for NBA, for NHL, and those are included at no extra charge when you get signed up for a long-term subscription. So get on board long-term with Alessandro and use that promo code Tony T. Save that 15% off. See, he's been on the top of the leaderboard here the last 7 days. They're 2-for-1 cap promotion, so you can match Alessandro with your favorite capper here on the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Pick Alessandro. Hey, why not pick up Al Nino's here on a 2-for-1 and you save there? So get signed up. All right, guys, on the board right now, I have a best bet on the board from college basketball. Also 3-pack. Got 4 premiums here today here from College Soup. So get on board with me and match me up with your favorite capper here with the 2-for-1 capper promotion and get signed up. With it here, guys, every day here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, it is the Tony's Picks Morning the show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Head on over to our YouTube channel. We'll find more content up there right now for you guys. Very, very well organized here with the playlist. So head on over, hit Tony's Picks, and then you guys can go over there and see what we got for you once we head on over to our channel, wherever it is. What are we doing here? I hit Tony's Picks, right? Tony's Picks. Here we go. Tony's Picks. Here you go. Tony's Picks. You start here on our homepage. That's where you want to start. Any live streams will be right here on the front page. But we also post our past live streams. A lot of live content on our channel, including Night Moves with Ramon Scott and DeAndre. A complete rundown on all the games for today. So check that out on replay. But it airs live every night, 3 a.m. Eastern time. Complete rundown on all the games. Get your first look at these games as the lines open with the Lookhead Show with Alessandro here. This show goes Sunday through Friday, so check it out live or on the replay. Full game breakdowns on these games for today and fights is more. So check it out. Also, our morning show is also archived here. Of course, Rod's got the happy hour Monday through Friday. Daily Dangle when hockey comes back. So check out our channel, live stream, set notifications, 5 live shows over our channel. Our compilation today, I got my compilation picks from NBA as well as College Hoops. Those are up right now for you guys. Also, our props are up there. Chris's hit list here from the NFL Super Bowl's up. And of course, our man Kevin Thomas coming in here with a prop bet for you guys here from the NBA. And of course, our NFL picks are up already for you right now. Super Bowl Sunday picks from Alessandro now up on the channel, as well as NBA playlists and more. Here, college basketball playlist. We got our NHL playlist when it comes back. We'll have that for you. 5 picks are up there right now from Alessandro. He's got his pick predictions ready to roll here for this fight night Saturday card. So those plays are up right now on video format. Check it out. Our shorts are up there as well as more. So check it out here on our live channel. Lots of great content. Of course, El Nino, we have you here pretty much on the live show in the mornings, a fixture here, as well as the reels.
Yeah, real quick before we get to that, I see Mr. Wesker's complaining about a $937 price tag to sit in Caesars to watch that Super Bowl, but I don't know why you're complaining. You're getting food and drink tickets, so this is ridiculous. Yeah, no, it's completely ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, back to these morning shows. Yeah, that's where you catch me on right now on this channel that's got tons of other great content. So make sure you tune in early. Catch this morning show, and also go check out all the other live shows, the other content there. Tons of great stuff there over at Tony Spick's YouTube channel.
Yeah, a lot of great content here on the channel, guys. So check it out. Of course, Alice Rondo look ahead show here Sunday through Friday with you give us the first look on all the games as they open.
Yes, absolutely. 9 p.m. there on the West Coast, 12 a.m. midnight there on the East Coast. Sunday through Friday, get you guys ahead of these lines. Try to check injury information. Again, Friday nights, we break down the fights. So a lot of action there. Actually, to touch back on what Ninos and Whiskers there was talking about, I don't know. Try the Orleans. The Orleans is right here in my stomping grounds. The Rams-Bengals Super Bowl, I was in there hella cheap. Definitely not $900. South Point's another one. I don't know if South Point might be expensive. That's too nice of a
No,
casino.
It's not when you go upstairs to the banquet rooms.
Yeah,
it's not. It's free and cheap food. Cheap food.
Yeah, there's some casinos out here. I don't know about Red Rock either. I've gone to Red Rock a couple years ago. Just naming some new places because I'm not paying no $937 to watch the Super Bowl. I'll rather sit back on my couch with a few brewskis there and yell at the TV as much as I want.
That's right. So check it out, guys. There, the Alice Rondo Show. Look ahead here on the channel. A lot of great content. Like, subscribe, set notifications. We greatly appreciate it here. Check us out here on our channel there. Yeah, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony Six Morning Show. Like and subscribe. Yeah, the South Point is your best place to go to watch the Super Bowl for free. They have the banquet, what do you call the banquet rooms upstairs, up there. And there's plenty of lot of seating. The food is not expensive. It's like happy hour prices. It's going to be your hot dogs, your nachos, maybe a burger here and there. It's not, but again, the beers aren't expensive. The South Point is definitely the place to go if you want to watch Super Bowl free in Vegas and not get, and not get
killed here. Yeah.
Killed. Yeah. Where you're just, it's just, they're gouging you left and right in Vegas nowadays. So South Point is the place to go there for the best prices. Matter of fact, the prices are good, even if it's not Super Bowl, They have that cheap hot dog, less than $2, and it's good quality there on that hot dog cart. That always seems to be a favorite for people that go into the South Point. And if you're coming from California, it's an easy in and out. I think I timed it one time. It was 5 minutes when I got off the freeway, and I purposely started my stopwatch on my phone. When I got off the freeway and I parked and I stepped in the casino, it took me 5 minutes.
Right.
I
was about to say, get the Uber. Get the Uber, guys. Super Bowl weekend. Yes. You want to be able to drink us some beers, man, at this casino, not worried about getting pulled over on the way home, man. Get the Uber, be responsible, but let's enjoy our weekend, you know what I mean, to make some money.
That's right. Or get a cheap room or get a room, either way.
Yeah, or get a room, exactly.
It might be cheaper for the room than the Uber.
Could be.
Right, honestly.
Especially a Super Bowl Sunday Uber is going to be pretty expensive. Get a Sunday night at the South Point, I don't think is more than $100. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, that might be the way to roll. Get the room now because the Uber prices have gone up in price if you haven't checked it out lately. There's Uber Eats as well. Uber Eats, the service is more than the food now. Uber Eats.
It's all these food delivery things.
I know, man. You're paying.
Ridiculous.
All right. That's going to do it here for the Tony's Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow, guys. Like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you to everybody in the chat for your contributions, like Mr. Whiskers. Cal Dog, as always. Get warm there in Chicago. Real love only. Our man in Philly. I think I saw the Yankees just re-signed. I don't know what Alessandro thinks about Goldschmidt, but they re-signed him to a 1-year contract, Goldschmidt.
That's all the Yankees know how to do is re-sign old hags that are 5 years past the prime. But other than that, yeah, nothing new with the Yankees.
Nothing new with the Yankees. Yep, Yankees, people on the Yankees not doing enough. The Mets are the ones making the noise, but again, sometimes they make the noise, but it doesn't show up on the field. That's the problem there. And we'll see how long the Yankees manager stays employed, right? There was always some worry. There were some whispers about that, but, there you go.
Clearly, like it's Dodgers' year. Go out and win 120 games then. If you want me to get impressed, go win 120 games. The Dodgers.
The Dodgers. Some for the postseason.
That's what they're doing. They're already said. Blake Snell already said he's not going to be ready. He's not going to be ready. It's a total sandbag. That's why, like I said, like Stan Kasten said on a CNBC interview last year, go back and look it up. He goes, "We need 10 starters in today's baseball." That's what he said. And sure enough, get 10 starters. There are your mules. You got to find 5 mules and then 5 aces. The aces rest throughout the season. The mules, go out there and blow out their arms during the regular season. That's kind of
certainly some of these starters not too bad out the bullpen when you need them there either. So
trust me, you're gonna trust. I'll trust Glasnow, Snell, and Yamamoto than I will. Who's that new kid? Who's that guy they just signed from the Mets? Edwin Diaz. Yeah, I would. You're going to see those 4 starters, and then you're not going to see Edwin Diaz when it matters the most. Trust me on that one. But again, they've got the young arms to do it. They know how to sandbag. You will not see more than 20 starts from any of their aces this year. I guarantee you that for the Dodgers. And lucky if they get over 100 innings. But again, and also if you watch Max Muncy on a podcast, they asked him how is the off-season conditioning program going on for you guys? And he says, we're not doing anything. We were told to rest our bodies. So they could be off to a slow start this year because spring training is going to be the first time they do any serious workouts. So there you go.
Better not be too slow because I'm betting on my Dodgers.
I know he's working.
That's right. Ohtani was working the next day. He was already running the bleachers on the next day with his dog.
I'm not gonna crap on Ohtani. He's working.
He's working. That's right. That'll do it for the show. Any closing thoughts from you guys before we close it out?
Yeah, don't go to Caesars to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, don't usually. Yeah, that's like losing 4 bets or more than that. That's looking like you're a bet for some people out there. All right, we're going to wake up. Guys, you guys make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow on the 26 Morning Show.